Hey guys, again, thanks for helping us review these videos and making sure that the quality and content is good. I'm actually going to be continuing the conversation that Pastor Josh had with you right before you answered those questions. And as we discuss these missional environments in which we naturally find ourselves. See, one of the things that we want every person at Ignite to do is begin to conceive themselves as a missionary, because that's what Jesus saw you as. In the Great Commission, when he commanded you to go out, he equipped and authorized and requires you to live in a missional sense. And the truth is, there are more natural missional environments than you think in your everyday life. And so, practically, I wanted to speak into what a couple of those could be and really encourage you to think about them and how you can be intentional in fishing in those ponds, if you want to look at it in that metaphor, in your own life. What we really mean by this is, where are the places that you naturally tend to go, tend to spend time in, that also are places that other people who don't know Jesus go and spend time in. In my own life, for instance, as a pastor, I am surrounded by Christians a lot at work. So work is not really the best missional environment in my story, but for some of you watching, it could be a fantastic missional environment. Your workplace can be an incredible place of ministry where you can really sow fruit. For instance, my wife, who's a teacher at D.H. Conley, she's a part of the math department there, and I believe right now there are 12 other math teachers that are in her own department, and most of them are women. There's a few guys, but those people, they eat lunch together, they spend time together, they share curriculum with each other. There's an opportunity, infinite opportunities for her to invest her life in those people. And so that's a fantastic missional environment. Some of you, your workplaces are like that. For most of us, our neighborhood, our apartment complex, the place where we live, the place where we lay our head down at night, if we allow it to be, it's a fantastic missional environment. We don't get to choose who our neighbors are, but odds are, even if it's not your next door neighbors or the people right across from you, somewhere within a very close distance of where you live, there are people who don't know the Lord, and you have a common context with them. They chose to live in the same area that you did, and so you already have an end to their life. You already have some, again, common connection with their life. It's a very rich fishing pond, and it's very easy for you to build relationships there, to have them come into your home, to be able to build bridges of connection with them, even if they're very different from you, because at the end of the day, they're coming home to the same place you are. So it's a fantastic missional environment. My wife works out. I talk about another one from missional environments, just to make this very real. And she loves going to classes. And because she enjoys working out with other people in classes, those are great missional environments. And so some of you have hobbies, sports, activities that you do and that you enjoy. And guess what? Other people enjoy those things too. So again, you have a natural in into their life. Those type of things make for fantastic missional environments. And we want to encourage you to take advantage of those and to think about those environments in that context and in that way. So if you have a hobby that you share with others, if you do have a sport or a game or an activity that you share with others, begin to think, are there opportunities for me to connect with people who don't know Jesus in these environments, and be intentional about loving them and eventually sharing your testimony with them, as Pastor Josh talked about, and leading them into an ongoing, more deep relationship with Jesus. Not only that, the truth is, some of the other great missional ponds or environments in your life probably have to do with your family. I wish I could say that because you're a Christian, because you love Jesus enough to be involved in a leadership track like this, that everyone in your family, all of your brothers and sisters, your parents, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your nephews, your nieces, that all of them know and love Jesus. But if your family's anything like my family, there are strong believers there, but there are also people who are in varying degrees of lostness and separation from God for a whole lot of reasons. Well, guess what? They love you. They're connected to you. Some of them share the same last name as you, and so you have major ends in their life. And I know that family can be some of the hardest people to share with, and that's very true. I get that, but don't discount the reality that God chose you to be in the family that you're in, potentially for you to be light and salt and love to that family. And so what we actually have for you guys beneath my section is a diagram that I created. It is based off of something that Saddleback made years ago. We didn't want to copy there, so we made our own. But it just kind of gives you a sense and an area where you can see some of these missional environments. And you, of course, have freedom to create your own as well. But we want you to begin listing out, what are some people in that family environment? What are some people in your neighborhood environment? Are there people in your work environment, in your activity environment, or your hobby environment? Because it's when you start really looking at people as more than the background and backdrop of your life that you begin to see the great potential that God has in your life to truly be an evangelist. I mean, most of us, we go through our world pretty focused on ourselves and what we have to do, and the other people in those environments, again, I said backdrop, like they're just background. We have to fight the fight of making sure that we understand that people are eternal souls, they're real people. The tendency is either they're scenery or machinery. And what I mean by that is most of the time the way we operate with other people is, again, they're either in the background of my life and they're nice and I'm happy that they're there, but they really have nothing to do with me and I'm just going by them. Or machinery, they're doing something for me. So the person that's washing your car or helping you get your grocery order taken care of, or they're doing something for you. But remember, they're an eternal soul that Jesus died for as well. And so when we begin to take people out of the background and out of what they can do for us and understand that Jesus actually sent us to serve them, man, you'll realize you got a lot of people that Jesus can use you in a very unique way to impact and reach their lives. So look at the questions below, look at the diagram below, and as a church, we can't wait to see some of the ways you can use those natural environments. You're not looking for lost people. They're just already there so that you can reach people for Jesus.